Hello and welcome to Season 4 transfer special of Making Genoa Great Again. The last episode, we won the Serie A, we also won the Europa League. We've got a lot of transfer business to go through. Hit that intro. Now, we haven't made any signings of note just yet. We've had the free transfers that have come in from the end of last season. Angelo has joined us from Chelsea. Very good right winger that we have got in. He's valued in at 22 to 31 million, 38,500 wages. Yeah, he'll do a good job for us. I truly believe that. And also from Chelsea, Cesare Casadei. Again, very good, kind of versatile midfield player that we want. Can play defensive midfielder, midfield and central, or attacking midfielder as well. So two very good players that have come in. And as you can see on the left hand side, we've made a fair few transfers as well. All these are kind of like 18 to 19 year olds that we have brought in, and we have I signed him purely for his name. Very immature, I know, but hope that Dick can be a big signing for us. No pun intended. Now, we have sold £31 million worth of players, and yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's the right thing to do. However, a couple of big signings that we have here. Elamas has left us and gone to Juventus. 22 million signing he was. Now, the reason we got rid of him, he was on 40,000 a week, and he wanted over 100,000 to re-sign his new deal. Wasn't about that life, so we've sold him to Juventus for 22 million. A good return on the player that we got for free at the end of last season. And a player that's also left us is Morten Frendrup. He's gone to Torino for 4.8 million. Again, he wasn't really doing it for our club. 13 appearances last season, mainly as a rotation. He did well at the start when we first got him, but for now, he's going to find his own career in Torino. And the last person, Philip Bungard, we sold him for 2.3 million to Ascoli. Now, we brought him in for 1.6 in our very first season here. So 2.3 million, he's played like what? 17 games for us in total. Yeah, it was time to move him on. He's on a good wage at Ascoli. So thank you for your service, Philip Bungard, but you're no longer needed. And then a couple of youngsters as well. Lucas Newby, who we brought in from Standard Liège. He's gone to, oh God, I'm not even going to pronounce that. Oostend. Yeah, we'll go with that for 1.1 million. Rocco Rouse, a youngster that we did bring in, I think it was last season on a free. He's gone for 550,000 to Brescia. Now, the reason why I have made a lot of these signings is because hopefully we can push them on next season. I don't see us getting a lot of transfer budget, I should say, from our board at the minute. But also, Babou Diallo, the guy that we also got from Standard Liège, he's left us as well for 300,000 to go to play for Lamel in Belgium. It is in Belgium. He's gone back home. Now, it's a very nice away kit there, but I do digress. So, looking at our finances now, £48 million in the black. Doing well here. Financial status is rich, and we do have a £40 million transfer budget. Yeah, some players to bring in this episode, but for now, let's go in the transfer market and hopefully we can improve this squad. Now, with the transfer budget being 40 million, what I'm looking to do this season is move a lot of our transfer budget onto instalments. I don't see there being many more seasons coming after this with the release of FM24. So what we've done here, Giorgio Scalvini, we've got a £40 million bid gone into Manchester United. 12 million of it is up front. He's got a contract of 130,000 a week coming in for Giorgio Scalvini. There you go, 41.5 million is going to be spent. 12 million is going to come out of this transfer budget. It's going to be a very good signing for us. He's going to be a first teamer straight in the CDM position. And as you can see, he's a star player already. Could improve slightly as well. What's he valued in at? 49 to 57 million. Fantastic player. Can't wait for him to start. And looking into our tactics, he's going to be straight in there in the anchor position. How's he looking there? 3.5 star player. Very happy indeed. What else? Where else can you play? To be fair, the anchor, we did quite well last season with the anchor. So Scalvini, just having a look at him. He went from Atalanta to Man United for 31 million. He had a couple of decent seasons last season. Not sure what's happened there. That means he's already played a Premier League game? I think it actually might be. 2 decent seasons. He's played very well for Manchester United. So bringing in Scalvini as a CDM, very happy indeed. He's 6'4". Did not know he was 6'4". He could potentially play in as a centre back as well if we do require. But for now, Scalvini, welcome to the club. 12 million well spent. Let's see who else we can bring in. Now, if you remember the Next Gen award from last season, there was a player in there that was known as the Canadian De Bruyne, and that was Ashley Taylor. And we've met his minimum fee release clause, 9.2 million. This guy's 18 years of age, only just turned 18 as well. Looks like he's going to be a very good centre midfield option. Potential for even a 5-star player here as well. Yeah, we're going to take a little punt on this guy. He's played a fair bit in the MLS last couple of seasons. So let's see how he looks when he comes into the club. 9.25 million spent. He's going to be one of our non-EU players from abroad as well. What are we saying about Ashley Taylor? I mean, they're not too pleased with his valuation here, but he's only on 8,500 a week. It's about time to have a little bit of fun with the players that we do bring in. Now, there are a few centre midfielders that are high enough in the position ahead of him, but it's players like Lazar Samadic who we are looking to get rid of as well. And if we compare the two of them, I mean, is Samadic that much better than him? I mean, it's a different type of player if we're looking at this. Ashley Taylor is a little bit more defensive minded, although Samadic is better. He's 6 years older, but he's a player that we are looking to get rid of. Bologna, Lecce and FK Partizan are all after Lazar Samadic. But very happy to bring in Ashley Taylor. Let's see how much game time he gets this season. Now, another player to leave us, Lucas Casavenda. Seattle Sounders have come in with a £5.25 million bid for him. Now, we did sign him for 2.2 million. Again, played fleetingly across the last 2 seasons that we've had, with the arrival of Angelo as well. I don't really see a place in the squad for Lucas Casavenda. So again, thank you very much for your service. I hope you do very well in the MLS. Now, no new transfers have come in. However, we have got a game in the UEFA Super Cup against Manchester City. This will be a good test to see how we will actually fare in the Champions League. The team to face Man City today is Kernasecci in goal, Soppi, Okoli, Zabani and Bastoni at left back. Scalvini making his debut with Thuram in the middle. Vidovic, Baldanzi, Newton Boom. How's he doing? Fantastic. Love this guy. We need to get more like him, hopefully. With Ferguson up front, on the bench, Tresoldi and Ashley Taylor with his new player face as well. So we'll see how we get on today. A little bit cautious about this. Apparently Ashley Taylor wants to be number 6. No. Apparently number 32 is where you'll be. Harsh. Tresoldi, can you be anything better? Maybe not. But here we go. How much is Scalvini, I should say, going to help us out? Is he an elite player? Have we wasted 40 million? Yeah, we'll have to find out. Maybe not during this game, but obviously it's a big tough ask today against Manchester City. And I'm liking these graphics here, the UEFA Super Cup. It's weird to think as well, we're only 4 seasons in, we've already won the Serie A, and we are waiting for like the new regens to come in as well. Oh, we're just going to skip this. There were the 3 trophies that were there as well. I think this is my 2nd time in this competition throughout FM23. And we are drawing with the Champions League winners, Manchester City. We haven't conceded in 14 minutes. touch wood, and we'll see how we get on. So Kurnisecki, I mean, he's holding the ball quite a bit here. He has hit it long up to Ferguson, loses out to Ruben Dias, but Baldanzi wins the ball into Newton Boom, over to Ferguson. Go on, Ferguson. What a fantastic goal. What a lovely goal that was. Evan Ferguson. He's seen that Nicola Tresoldi has come into the club. He's not going to let his first team position go unchallenged. Lovely stuff. I mean, Dias wins the header. Baldanzi in front of Kimmich and Newton Boom. That's a lovely pass into Ferguson's path, who has just volleyed that into the net. And I'm surprised the net hasn't been torn apart with that. But we are going to demand more. A fantastic start from Genoa. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this season. We've got a lot of positions that we need to kind of improve upon. I think left back being one of them. I'm kind of thinking during this transfer special, do I just try and sign a load of young 18-year-olds that can eventually become homegrown at club? I mean, it will help us out in the Champions League. But Haaland now, into Bernardo Silva, back to Rodri, De Bruyne. Now we've got our own De Bruyne on the bench, but Kurnisecki saving a thunderbolt from Kimmich there. 32 minutes have been played. We're going to demand more again. I mean, there's not a lot of players attacking us here. Thuram is kind of on his own there with Haaland at the back. But Scalvini wins the header onto Newton Boom, and that is at the end of the highlight there. I mean, can't ask for any more from this team. First half has been fantastic, very professional, and there's no point demanding more at the minute. So, maybe looking at the stats, we shouldn't really be winning 1-0, but we've taken our chance here, and we are pleased with the performance to keep it up. I mean, Vidovic on a 6.3 isn't fantastic. Baldanzi on a 6.8. I mean, Ashley Taylor could be one potentially to bring in. Pafundi is looking like he's enjoyed his team talk as well. But there's also Tresoldi to come on. I know he can potentially play on the left wing, and we could do a little switch around, and there is going to be a free kick for us here. Vidovic over the ball. Will he go for goal, or will he put it into the danger area here? He has gone for goal. A little bit of waste. It has gone over the bar as well. 6.3 rating for Vidovic. It's not fantastic, and potentially we are going to make a change. 6.1 now for Vidovic. He's having a bit of a poor game, so let's see what we can do here. I mean, there is Pafundi and Ashley Taylor. Let's bring Ashley Taylor in here. Not really an inside forward. Maybe we'll drop him down to an inverted winger. Keep the attacking play there as well. Baldanzi, not doing too bad as a 6.8, but Thuram, his fitness could improve, so we are going to bring in Cassidy for him. Bastoni at left back. I mean, we've got Wisdom May. Gallo isn't fit enough for today's game. Actually, saying that, Tresoldi, can you play along the front three? I mean, you can. You could actually probably do a good job for us as well. You know what, Ferguson has got the goal. We're going to leave him up front for now. Maybe we'll bring Tresoldi on with 10-15 minutes to go. But Ruben now swings it out to Bernardo. Bastoni chases him down. De Bruyne, little 1-2. Is he fouled there? No, he was offside. He was offside. We're not going to complain with this. Zabanyi now. We don't need Bastoni to be highlighted. Into Newton Boom. Cassidy, back to Newton Boom. Scalvini. I mean, a little bit of pressure there. It's like a 3-on-1 situation, but Newton Boom, I mean, that was delightful. Ran himself out of pressure. Scalvini now into Cassidy, but Rodri has won the wall, and Manchester City are on the counter-attack. Haaland 1-on-1 with Kurnisecki, and he's put it in the bottom corner. I mean, when you've got a player of Haaland's quality, you need to make sure that you don't give him those easy chances there, and the game has been brought back level. We don't need to see that. Our ego is bruised enough, and we are going to demand more here. Who's on the ball? Baldanzi over the free kick. I mean, we've got some height in the box here. I'm thinking maybe Ferguson to come off, as Baldanzi hits it long, headed away. Now, Man City could get us on the counter here, but Baldanzi's won it back off Kimmich. Newton Boom from distance, and it has gone just over the bar. I mean, there is 20 minutes to go. Baldanzi can come off in this situation. We're going to put Taylor up there. And Tresoldi, we're going to put him as an inside forward on the left. Newton Boom, you're going to come back in as an inside forward. I mean, Ferguson, he's doing fine. Soppy, even Scalvini isn't having a fantastic game. So we're going to bring on Fabian for Scalvini. As Manchester City look to kind of break us down. I mean, we held on well enough as Rodri throws it in. Bernardo into Kimmich. I mean, unchallenged in the box. And yeah, a little bit unfair that was. A little bit unfair. Haaland just... Headers a deflected cross into the goal. Could be all over for us here. I mean, if you look at this again, oh, that's actually Rodrigo, the winger. Nice. Kimmich goes for goal. I mean, sweet. We are being kind of dominated here from Manchester City. We are going to break the team. Zabanyi has gone off with an injury. That isn't good. We're going to bring on Capolo for him as Kernasechi holds the ball up. I mean, we've got Tresoldi and we have got Taylor. Tell you what, let's go with two up front. We'll move Taylor out to the wing there. Inside forwards. We'll have two advanced forwards up here with Ferguson and Tresoldi as Taylor wins the ball back off Kimmich. Tresoldi and Taylor getting each other's way. A lovely ball over the top from Soppy, but Antonio gives it back to Ederson. We haven't really got the pressure there on the back line as Diaz gives it into Kimmich. Finds De Bruyne in the corner. I mean, where's our left back here? I mean, Bastoni looked like he did drop in deep, and that's going to be a hat-trick for Haaland, isn't it? Kernasechi with the big save, but Rodrigo at the post. Soppy, fantastic block. And it all looks like it's not going to be our day here. Manchester City kind of dominated us looking at the stats-wise here. I mean, we'll drop it into balanced. We'll demand more as well, but is that a red card? Is that a red card on his debut? It's a red card on his debut. Ball. At least we know the type of player that we're going to have. And right, Taylor. Fantastic. He's been on the pitch for 20 minutes. Not what you want to see from a new signing. However, Soppy, what can he do? He's going to run down the right-hand side. Can't get past Rodrigo, who gives it into Rodri. De Bruyne now. Over the top to Bernardo. That's going to be 3-1. It is 3-1. And I'm a little bit sad. We started so well, but it just goes to show there are a lot of positions that we do need to improve on with this team. I mean, are we missing Gallo at left back? Potentially so. But, you know, we gave it our all. Manchester City are Manchester City, and they've completely dominated us in this game. I mean, not a lot we can do. We can demand more, but Ferguson gives it into Casadilla. Still on the ball, Haaland wins it back. Kimmich now. I mean, who's over here on the right-hand side? Rodrigo. Hopefully Soppy can keep him under wraps here. Into Rodri. Kimmich over the top. Haaland to Rodrigo. 4-1. I did just call it out. I called out that Soppy could have been there, but, you know, it's just a glorified friendly. Would have been nice to have won it, but, yeah. It is what it is. 4-1, stop. He's already dead. And we're not going to watch Manchester City lift up the trophy. We're going to throw the water bottle. Because from being 1-0 up and then coming down to lose 4-1, it's pretty pathetic. And yeah, we need to get some signings through the door as soon as we can. Now, a signing that I have been very, very excited for. Plaman Koprivarov? Bulgarian, just turned 18, left winger, and also an attacking midfielder as well. This guy, very happy to go through with him. Good scout reports that have come in against him as well, if it will load.
Decent Serie A as he is currently. Could improve a lot in the future as well. 4 to potentially a 5-star player. Consistent performer, has great pace. Doesn't have the greatest jumping reach, but you know, he's already played 2 games so far. Ratings haven't been great, but he's played 125 minutes over those 2 matches for CSKA Sofia, and this guy is coming in for 3.8 million. Welcome to the club, Ploman. Yeah, maybe Ploman's the easier way to pronounce his name. Koprivarov? And I think it's a good idea to start padding out the squad now with kind of rotational players to come in. And one of those is Lorik Kalenga. This guy, 5'4", right back and left back from the Dominican Republic of Congo. Valued in 9.6 to 14.5 million. We've agreed a deal for 12 million, 6 million up front and 6 million over installments there. He should be a very good player coming in. Lorik Kalenga, 17 tackling. What a fantastic attribute to start with. He's only just turned 18 as well, looking at his birthday here. 16 leadership, 16 determination, very good mentals, not too aggressive, which isn't the worst thing in the world. 14 crossing, physicals can do with some improvement, but bringing him in straight away, he's going to be kind of a backup right back and a left back for us. Very happy with Lorik Kalenga. Welcome to the club. And now this is going to be the last transfer of the transfer special. Wahi, is that Eli Wahi, coming in from, was it Racing Club Lens? Yeah, or Racing Club Lens. Racing Club de Lens. He's coming in as a striker, left wing option, right wing option as well. This guy's valued as a leading Serie A centre forward and left winger as well. He's going to come in probably as our number 1 striker. Not a cheap transfer either. We can finally get to there. 72,000 a week coming in. The fees up to 28 million. Now that does include 12 million up front and Lazar Samardich going the other way. I wasn't too happy with this guy. He's valued in at 9 million, so he's going out as well. 30,000 off the wages for him, so really we're paying 42,000 a week for Elie Wahi. This might completely cripple our finances, I'm not too sure, but to bring in a guy of his quality, he's got a tight Achilles, that just rubs it in, so have I. But anyway, 31 to 40 million rating coming in. Welcome to the club, Elie Wahi. Last season he scored 14 goals in Ligue 1. Hasn't scored so far this season, and to be fair, he got 17 goals and 14 goals the seasons before as well. So prolific striker coming in. Very happy to bring him in as well. Champions League football is where it's at. Welcome to the club. I hope you hit the ground running. We need your goals to get the Serie A title again. And now, as a little extra treat for you, we're going to play the first game of the season against Atalanta. Serie A starts now, our title defence starts now as well. Let's see how we can get on. Not too much of a change to our team. Obviously Scalvini coming in is the only kind of transfer that has needed to come into the squad, I should say. Obviously we've done a few squad players to come in. Wehi isn't fit, Tresoldi isn't fit either. A couple of little knocks. Ashley Taylor's on the bench, but should have hopefully enough about us in this game to beat Atalanta. Although they are in the Champions League as well, I believe, this season. But let's get into them. And Soppy on a booking, 4 minutes in. Not really what you want to see. We have got Kalanga on the bench and obviously Terracciano as well. Now Bacciarina has crossed it in. Scalvini headed it clear. Newton Boom now. I mean, he could have released Ferguson a little bit quicker then, but he hasn't done it. He's going on his own here, Newton Boom. Don't shoot. Or maybe pass to someone that could help us out. Sharam into Newton Boom. That's 1-0. That is 1-0. Newton Boom doesn't miss that. First goal of the season. Had a fantastic season last season. Lovely, lovely finish there by Sanzio Newton Boom. Next gen winner. I mean, I kind of thought he could have released it a little bit earlier here. But Charam, lovely kind of reverse pass into Newton Boom. Powered it right past the goalie. Who's their goalie? Musso. Didn't stand a chance there, did he? And we have gone into a 1-0 lead. Let's demand more. Let's have a fantastic start to the season. As we can see, Fiorentina, Napoli, Inter and Milan have all won. Juventus won as well. You know, not everyone played at their best last season, which is probably why we won the Serie A. Although Vidovic, he had a poor game against Man City. He's having a poor game again today, as that's cannoned off the crossbar by Bacciarina. Now, Bacciarina is a player that we were potentially going to be bringing in. I think it was 7 million that we had. That never materialised. I'm trying to think who I cancelled it for to bring someone in. But Vidovic on a 6.3, you know, can we talk to you personally? Don't want to throw a water, let's throw a water bottle at him. Angry with how you played. Apparently he's pleased. He's pleased that a water bottle was launched in his direction. And we are going to demand more as well. We'll give Vidovic 10 minutes to see if he can improve on his form so far. Now, Bacciarina seems to be kind of controlling the game for Atalanta. Reguilon has it down the left. I mean, Soppy, if you could hold him up, and he has held him up nicely there. Although the clearance wasn't the greatest, as Edison brings it in. Torrientes, Pasalic. I mean, it's good play there. Who's chasing him down? Zabagni, but he is out of position. Okoli heads it out to Gallo. How many players are on bookings? 1, 2, 3, 4 players on a booking. Not what you want to see, but Gallo hits it long into Baldanzi, who doesn't do a lot with it, but Gallo has picked it up again on the left-hand side. What have we got? Is this a highlight that is going to be one of our attacks? Scalvini into Baldanzi, out to Soppy. He's going to shoot from there, isn't he? Into the box, and he's put it in. 2-0, Brandon Soppy. Thank you for your contribution. You are about to leave the pitch, however. Not a big fan of all these bookings, if we're being honest. So Soppy's going to come off for Terracciano. Gallo's going to come off. Where's Bastoni? Did I take him off completely? I think I did. So Kalanga is going to come in for his debut. Capola's going to... No, we're going to bring Papetti on at the back as well. And Vidovic. I mean, we can put Ashley Taylor in there. You know what we're going to do now? We're going to put Baldanzi out on the right-hand side. Newton Boom. Vidovic is going to come off for Koprivarov or Playman. As I said before, I'm probably just going to call him Playman. Let's see what he can do with his introduction to the team. I mean, we're playing very well. Dominating the shots. More shots on target. More possession as well. We're going to shout demand more as Terracciano runs down the right-hand side. Although loses out to Reguilon there. Torrientes into Luckman. Thuram with a heavy tackle, but it has come away. Bacciarina. Oh no. Kalanga's on a booking as well. What's with our players here? You know what? Are we on get stuck in? We are. Stop that. And stop stepping up more as well. The last thing you want is another sending off, a bit like Ashley Taylor in the last game. Now Ferguson, can you do the rest? He can do the rest, although if we can confirm our changes as well, that would be fantastic. Ferguson, going to bring you off for Omateo. No, we're not. Nelson Viper's going to come in. Now, Okoli finds Kalanga on the left. Let's hope he doesn't make a Kalanga here for us. That was so terrible. I apologise for that. But Kalanga loses it out to Pasalic. Back to Lovato. Former player playing against us as well. Lopez over to Cambiaghi, who's lovely bit of skill to get past Papetti. This should be 2-1. And he's kind of spooned it wide there. Poor decision there by Cambiaghi. And Atlanta are getting back into the game. And there's one more highlight by the looks of it. Papetti with the free kick. What's he going to do? Is he just going to go out to 94 minutes? Finds Kalanga on the left. Into Thuram. That's a poor pass into home. And they are coming back again. Cambiaghi, Pasalic. I mean, Okoli with the block then. I thought we'd afforded them too much space in the opposition half. But, you know, we got away with one there. Okoli getting a fantastic block on it. And Kernasecchi has hit it upfield. Viper doesn't even try to jump with Lovato. That's not what you want to see. As Pasalic runs through the middle. That's a goal. It's off the post. Terracciano off the post as well. Scalvani heads it away. What is going on here? It hasn't crossed the line. I've never seen this happen once. I've never seen goal line technology decide a goal, but what a fantastic victory that is. 2-0 away from home. Newton Boom and Soppy getting some fantastic goals for us as well. That was a good win. And in the table, we're into third. It's only the first game, but look at that. Sottil got 4 goals for Fiorentina against Cremonese. It's a good game to start with though. The one player that is going to leave us, Hans Nicolussi Caviglia. Again, probably butchered it. 2.8 million. He's going to Frosinone. He's on the transfer list pretty much all of the summer, and 2.8 million is going to go a long way towards kind of alleviating our financial issues that we are going to inevitably get. He's not going to get a look in this season, especially with the youngsters that aren't coming in as well. Now, of our finances, we are overspending when it comes to the wages. We're overspending by about 50,000. So I'm just going to hopefully push that back in to stop the debt of the club. But yeah, I think we've done quite well with this transfer window so far. Now, the window closes in 5 days. I'm not looking to make any last minute sales or additions. If I don't see you at the transfer window end, I'll see you at the end of the episode. No, I wasn't planning on coming back, but just like in the last transfer special we did for the start of season 3, we've got an offer that I don't think we can turn down. Marco Kernesecchi, our number 1 goalkeeper, is in the Italy squad as well. Borussia Dortmund have come in with a bid of 40 million up front, with an additional 6 million over instalments as well. I mean, I do really like Kernesecchi. I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. Hasn't really made any Italian kind of appearances just yet. But I think for 46 million, we kind of need to let him go. So just like with Retegui, we're going to accept this. And now we need to find a new goalkeeper. And now, just like that, Kernesecchi has rejected the offer to Dortmund. To be honest, even though 46 million would have been lovely to have, it's going to save me a headache problem of looking to replace him. And I think that's probably now going to be the end of the transfer window. Let's see what games we're going to come back for in the Champions League. So the transfer window has closed, and Genoa are the largest spenders in this transfer window with 96 million spent. Most players brought in was ourselves. We brought in 40. Now, it's a little inflated due to a lot of under 18s that we have brought in to kind of pad out our youth squad. And most players out, Genoa with 49 as well. Top deadline day deal was Nico coming in to Inter Milan from on loan from Manchester United. Good player. And the top deal of the window as well was Gianluca Scamacca leaving to Chelsea for 24.5 million. He's now worth 80 to 100 million. He's a player that we did kind of look at in this transfer window. But we've got Evan Ferguson, we've got Wahi, and we've also got Tresoldi as well. So we didn't need to go in with that. Now, if we have a look at the games we are going to be coming back for, we are in the Champions League, and we have got a big tasty game against Paris Saint-Germain. And there's also a big tasty game against Chelsea as well. So I think the first game we're going to come back for, probably going to do a double header. We're going to have Napoli and Paris Saint-Germain as well. Or we do Milan, AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain. But anyway, the first game is going to be Paris Saint-Germain. If you've enjoyed this episode, let me know down below which player you think is going to make the most impact for our team. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time when we make our Champions League debut. Goodbye.